for guaranteed accuracy, nitride for guaranteed rust proofing, and a rifle guaranteed to be the best muzzleloader you've ever shot. CBA, it's just a better gun.
This segment is being sponsored by Capital Sportsman.
All right, welcome back, everyone. This week's Pictures of the Week are being brought to you by Flowers Garden Center. And yes, they have greenery everywhere. A lot of things blooming too.
It is. It's in between the winter spells. We're having some spring mixed in there.
In between the snows.
So, yeah,
we're having it. What you got this week, there, buddy?
Well, right here on the first picture, this was sent to us this past week.
Lord.
Got some more deer here. This is Kevin Campbell. He took this 18-point buck in Tompkinsville, Kentucky, this past year, and that buck scored 203 5/8 inches.
Good.
So that is an absolute stud of a deer. So congratulations to Kevin on that. And next year, a lot of you folks will recognize this fella here. This is our friend Rick Taylor from over at CVA.
Is that Rick No Show Taylor?
That's right. And this is his buck No Show that he recently had mounted by our other friends over at Wilson's Wildlife Artistry in Crossville. And I've seen that mount in real life, and man, it is beautiful. So congratulations to Rick on that. And another deer here, this is Michael Robbins with a nice buck. I believe it said 9-point buck that he took this past season. So we want to say congratulations to Michael on that. He's a East Tennessee boy. And right here on the end, this is Kevin York. And Mr. White sent us this, as a matter of fact, and this is the winner of the Frostbite tournament from a few weeks ago. And this is a 6-pound bass that Kevin caught to win that tournament. So congratulations to him. And you know, like we mentioned a while ago, you guys send your pictures over to us on Facebook. And we'll get them and get them on here just as quick as we can. If you don't do Facebook, you're welcome to send them here to Southern Woods and Waters at 474 James Robertson Parkway, and we can get them that way as well. So we look forward to getting your pictures, especially here soon. Some of these turkey pictures are going to be starting up.
That's right. And Brandon, by the way, we want to give a big shout out to Robert White. He just recently lost his wife.
We do. He just let us know today.
And he just let us know today. And Robert, our thoughts and prayers are with you, brother. I know it's a hard time, but if you'll just look at it like we do, and it's graduation day.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
I know we it hurts, but if we look at it like it's a graduation day, then it makes it a little bit better, you know, because they wouldn't come back for it.
That's right.
They're catching 10-pounders left and right.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
So, but Robert, we appreciate you, brother. He comes on the show quite a bit, and good friend of ours, and we just want to let you know that we're thinking of you, buddy. So we'll, if you see Robert, just tell him you were there for him, okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's open up phone lines.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to go ahead and open up the phone lines tonight. We're going to keep them open for several segments here, just so you guys can call in and give us your comments, questions, whatever you might be thinking about tonight.
615-737-7767. Give us a call. We'd love to talk to you. We're going to open them up early, though, because it's just
open them up, call in, let's talk. You know, let's chat. And yeah, whatever you want to talk about. We'll talk about it. Punxsutawney Phil. But you never know what's going to come out of this guy's mouth. So
he just couldn't take his Tennessee way.
It's a wonder every Thursday, I tell you what.
But you know what? I have to say, now we've been riding around fields, and you and I both have jobs to where we can get to ride around a little bit, and I just not seeing as many as
I'm not.
And even the places that I saw them last year, and the year before, I'm not seeing them there now.
No, I've not seen as many turkeys. Well, last year either as I have in previous years. I know on my farm they've gone down pretty significantly, and we manage very, very extensively.
I know you do.
And the numbers have just gone down. I mean, the habitat's there. Nothing has changed in that amount of time, but except for the fact that there's a lot less turkeys in that area. Now, some areas don't seem to be affected at all. There's some places guys are seeing as many birds as they were before. You know, they swear up and down there's not been any effect. But I know that anyone that I've talked to in this general area for sure, in the Middle Tennessee area, Mr. Denny being one of them, so, you know, several other friends of ours, the numbers are down. But we're still seeing birds. I mean, I saw several groups today, but now you're seeing, if I see a group of 20 birds, you know, I get excited. Several years ago, it wasn't nothing to see 40, 50, and 60 together, you know, in a group.
All right. Well, before we take the callers, I just want to throw a question out to Brandon. And Brandon, being the biologist of the two of us, Brandon, do you think we might ought to think seriously about dropping the bag limit down some?
Well, you set me up on that one because people are going to be sending me hate mail and everything else.
I threw him under the bus.
But
no,
yeah,
no,
if you
now you can't throw somebody under the bus for giving their honest opinion.
In my honest opinion,
Okay.
and you already know the answer to this because I've talked to you about it before. Yes, I do think
I
they
agree.
needed to lower it.
I agree.
So I know people hate to hear that. You know, I know people would hate to hear that. If we continue to see a drop in the numbers that we are, I think we would need to lower it. And
if this were if we were talking deer, then I tell you what, people would jump all over it and drop it for just a little bit to see if we couldn't get the numbers to raise back up. And instead of killing 4 birds, I don't mind just dropping it in half and kill 2 for a couple of years till we can build it back up. Because if we're not seeing them, I'd rather spread the love around to where you're seeing them at your farm, I'm seeing them at my farm.
And they're kind of pocket animals, you know. I mean, and the deal is what I would hate about that, as far as ever trying to, you know, if they lowered the limit or whatever, which that's up to biologists, and that's what we need to do is listen to them.
That's right.
But the fact is there are some places that aren't struggling. You know, there's places that haven't seen any decrease, so obviously you're going to have those people upset, and then you got people that don't have any, you know, they're not hardly seeing any birds at all. So it's just like anything else. You're not going to please everyone, and we'll see what they come up with the research that they're doing.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, except for one thing, Brandon. When you got the pockets where it's got so many, that's where we should go in there and trap some.
That's what they did in the past, obviously. That's how we have the population we do. Yeah. Let's take a call here and see who do we have on one.
Ray, how can we help you? Hello?
How are you tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
How can we help you tonight?
Well, I was just going to leave a suggestion about the silver carp.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's a good way to get rid of them. The people need to work together to get rid of them, just the same way you'd vote against Ray Justice to be sheriff of Wilson County and vote for Sheriff Bryan because he's a good man.
Okay, but what do we do about the Asian carp?
Get rid of them.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Unite together and get rid of them.
Okay, I tell you what we need to do, and I think TWRA has worked hard to find a common way of getting rid of them. I mean, they've opened up a dog food plants, fertilizer plants using the Asian carp and opening it up for commercial fishing, and they've done that. And there's still a bunch out there. But I'm going to tell you something. You remember Mark Travis told us that he went into a bay over at Kentucky Lake, and the whole bay was full of dead Asian carp.
Yeah.
So evidently the temperature of the water has a lot to do.
That quick temperature change.
That quick temperature change hurt a bunch of them.
They can't handle it, and it kills a lot of them out. And the fisheries have helped. TWRA has helped. It's not as bad as it was. I mean, it's really not. It's come a long way.
But it's going to be an ongoing process.
Oh yeah, it's not over.
It's not over.
No, it's definitely not over.
Don't think that it was an instant cure, because it wasn't. But they are working towards curing that as fast as possible and economically as possible. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, we could be footing the bill, but yet the commercial fishermen are taking them out and making money off of it.
That's right.
So, more power to them.
Who do we have on 2?
JC?
Yes.
How can we help you tonight, JC?
Yeah, I was wondering about the crappie. What are they hitting at now? Is it early firm? Are they hitting around Percy Priest anymore?
Yes, sir. We caught them on Percy Priest.
We were on Priest this past weekend, and they're doing pretty good. I mean, it was busy out there, and everybody seemed to be catching some fish. So I think it was pretty good.
I tell you, the biggest thing though, JC, is using your electronics.
Yeah.
because everybody we saw knew that those fish were in a certain area, and you got to know that, or you'll be spinning your wheels a lot.
Yeah.
But don't disregard deep water, because we caught them in 48 foot, but we caught them only about 12, 14 foot down, but they were in 48 feet of water. So that's all I can tell you. Just use your electronics. That's what we had to do.
Yeah, that's right.
And we found them and went to making them eat. So we hope that works for you. All right, we got product of the week. Oh yeah.
This week's product of the week is being brought to you by our good friends at Davison Farmer Co-op. You can go down and see them. They're right there on Dickerson Road, just off of Bradley Parkway. And well, wait a minute, they've switched up our banner here. This week's product of the week is being brought to you by Candy Fork Outdoors. And our good friends at Candy Fork Outdoors are right up here at the Donaldson Plaza Shopping Center. You can go see Ryan, or you can go to the Big Rock Market and see Joel and the rest of the Martin family up there. And they've got a lot of great deals going on for springtime. Get everybody ready for your kayaking coming up here soon. We'll have the weather before you know it. So
that's right.
Here's what we've got tonight. Now we're just now getting to try this out with these crappie, but this is from Tucky Ho Knives. And we had their field knife this past year. We were able to use it during deer season, and it was a fantastic skinning knife. We had great time using it. But this is their fillet knife that they've just come out with. Sharp. And not only is it beautiful, I mean it's super sharp, and we're looking forward to using this on some crappie slabs this coming weekend.
That's right.
So you can find Tucky Ho. They're on Facebook. You go over and find them there. You can find them at tuckyhoknives.com. But give them a shout and have them make one for you. I mean, it's a super high quality knife. They keep a fantastic edge on them. So I want to tell them thank you. We're going to go over and take a break, and we'll be right back here in just a minute with some more Southern Woods and Waters.